Have you ever found yourself in the middle of the night, fighting what seems like the world's most insistent alarm bell? The clock strikes 2 a.m., then 3, then 4, and at each of those hours, your bladder calls you to a ritual of getting up that you would do anything to avoid. Picture the scene. You're at the peak of deep rest, your muscles relaxed, your mind at ease, and suddenly a signal. A gentle pressure that transforms into an urgent, unavoidable need. You wake, staggering in the darkness, disoriented, and know that even if you go back to bed, the magic of sleep is already gone. What seems like just a bathroom trip is actually a silent thief. It steals your rest, your energy, and slowly, your quality of life. Do you feel heavy-headed in the morning, lack of focus, feeling discouraged? It's nocturia at work. Many of us, especially after 60, tend to accept this as a normal part of aging. We think, oh, it's just getting older. Our bodies aren't the same anymore. But I want you to know that it doesn't have to be that way. Nocturia isn't a life sentence, and the solution isn't resigning yourself or relying on expensive medications with side effects. The true solution lies in nature itself, in the foods the earth offers us. In this video, I'll reveal the truth about why your bladder has become a nocturnal dictator. I'll show you 3 natural, simple, and affordable foods that can transform your nights and give you back the sleep you deserve. And most importantly, I'll prove to you that the problem isn't how much water you drink, but how you hydrate and how you nourish your body to function efficiently. But before I reveal these 3 natural foods that can transform your nights and give you back the sleep you deserve, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Every week, there's a new video with valuable tips for your health, well-being, and quality of life. This way, you can be sure you won't miss any important information that could change your nights forever. Now, let's discover together why your bladder has become a nocturnal dictator and how you can regain your deep rest, naturally and efficiently. The root of the problem isn't the bladder itself, but an imbalance in your system. Think of your body as an orchestra. Each instrument needs to be in tune for the melody to be perfect. If your kidneys, the orchestra's conductors, aren't functioning properly, the rest of your body feels it. The kidneys are your body's great filters. They purify the blood and regulate urine production. When they're overworked, whether from chronic dehydration or an inadequate diet, they overexert themselves. This overload causes them to work overtime, especially at night, when the magic of rest happens. If your kidneys are struggling to filter toxins, they'll continue to produce urine, and that urine needs to be expelled. Another factor that aggravates nocturia is inflammation. Chronic inflammation in the urinary tract, caused by a diet rich in processed foods, sugar, and salt, irritates the bladder lining. An inflamed bladder is a nervous bladder. It contracts even when it's not completely full, sending urgency signals to your brain. It's like a car alarm that goes off for no reason. The solution isn't to turn off the alarm, but to find the cause of the excessive sensitivity and calm it. That's where natural foods come in. They not only provide nutrients, but also act as anti-inflammatories and muscle relaxants, deeply and lastingly calming the urinary system. The first great ally against nocturia, a secret of nature that many are unaware of, is the pumpkin seed. This small seed is a true nutritional powerhouse. It is rich in phytosterols, plant compounds that help strengthen the bladder. Phytosterols have the ability to relax the muscles of the bladder and urinary tract, reducing spasms and the urgency to urinate. Furthermore, pumpkin seeds contain high levels of magnesium, an essential mineral for muscle and nerve health. Magnesium acts as a natural relaxant, calming the nerves that send urgency signals to the brain. Let me tell you the story of Donna Maria, a 72-year-old woman who came to my office exhausted. She was getting up 4 to 5 times a night and told me with tears in her eyes that what bothered her most wasn't her bladder itself, but the feeling that she was losing her life due to lack of sleep. She tried everything, drinking less water at night, teas, even some prescription medications, but nothing worked. I suggested a small adjustment, adding a handful of unsalted pumpkin seeds to her daily diet, either in a salad or as an afternoon snack. Within just 3 weeks, Donna Maria called me beaming. She told me that she now got up only once a night and sometimes slept through the night. What seemed impossible was achieved by a simple yet powerful natural food. The pumpkin seeds acted as a gentle sedative for Donna Maria's bladder, allowing it to relax and expand without irritation. The second hero on your journey to restful sleep is the cranberry. Yes, these little red berries are known to prevent urinary tract infections, but their power goes far beyond that. Most people think cranberry kills bacteria, but the truth is even more impressive. Cranberry contains powerful proanthocyanidins, PACs. These compounds act as an anti-adhesion shield, preventing bacteria from attaching to the bladder walls. A bladder that isn't fighting bacterial irritation is a peaceful bladder. It doesn't contract, doesn't send urgency signals, and most importantly, doesn't wake you up in the middle of the night. Think of your bladder like bathroom tile. If the tile is covered in dirt and bacteria, it becomes sticky and reacts. The packs in cranberries act as a protective layer, making the surface so smooth that nothing can stick. Additionally, cranberries are an incredible source of antioxidants, which fight inflammation throughout the body, including the urinary tract. By reducing inflammation, cranberries soothe an irritated bladder, allowing it to function more efficiently and quietly. You can consume fresh or frozen cranberries or even a pure, unsweetened juice throughout the day. This small addition to your diet can have a huge impact on your bladder health. The third and surprising food is celery. You might be thinking, celery, what does that have to do with my bladder? And the answer is everything. Celery is a natural and gentle diuretic. While synthetic diuretics can be harsh and cause dehydration, celery helps your body eliminate excess water and toxins gradually and safely. Celery is over 95% water and contains compounds like phthalate, which relaxes the smooth muscle tissue in your arteries, allowing for healthier blood flow and more efficient kidney function. The key is that celery helps release excess fluids during the day, so your bladder is more empty and relaxed at night. Imagine your body as a sponge. If the sponge retains fluid throughout the day, it will eventually release that moisture. Celery acts as a gentle compression on the sponge, helping it release excess water gradually and in a controlled manner before you go to bed. Celery's fiber also helps regulate your bowels, which is also crucial. Constipation puts pressure on the bladder, increasing urinary frequency. By including celery in your diet, whether in salads, soups, or as a snack, you not only nourish your body, but also relieve pressure on your bladder, allowing it to rest while you sleep. Of course, food is only part of the solution. You need to combine this smart nutrition with habits that support your body. The first step is what we call smart hydration. It's not about drinking less water, but rather drinking most of it during the morning and early afternoon, after 6 p.m. It would reduce your fluid intake to the bare minimum. This gives your body time to process and release the water before you go to bed. Second, stay away from bladder enemies. Coffee, black tea, soda, alcoholic beverages, and even chocolate are known to irritate the bladder lining and increase urine production. Try swapping them for gentle herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint. Third, stick to a sleep routine. Your body thrives on routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same times every day, including weekends, helps regulate your biological clock. Avoid bright cell phone and TV screens before bed, as blue light interferes with the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Fourth, keep your gut healthy. As mentioned, constipation puts pressure on your bladder. Fiber-rich foods like vegetables, fruits, and whole grains help keep your bowels functioning regularly. I know all of this may seem daunting or difficult to implement all at once, but change doesn't have to be radical. Start with small steps. Add pumpkin seeds to your salad, drink cranberry juice in the morning, include celery in your soup. Every small step you take is a victory for your body. Nocturia isn't a condition that appears out of nowhere. It's the result of a buildup of habits and imbalances. And just as the condition developed gradually, the solution will also come gradually, with consistency and patience. It's never too late to take care of yourself. Your body, even after 60, 70, or 80, has an incredible capacity to heal and adapt. It's just waiting for you to give it the right tools. Recovering your sleep isn't just about comfort. It's about regaining your energy, good mood, vitality, and confidence when walking. An adult who sleeps well is a happier, more active adult with a better quality of life. You have the power to change your nights and, consequently, your days. Start today. You deserve peaceful nights of deep sleep. You deserve to wake up with energy and vitality. Stop fighting your body and start working with it. Give it what nature has already given you. I know all of this may seem daunting or difficult to implement all at once, but the change doesn't have to be radical. Start with a small step. Add pumpkin seeds to your salad, drink cranberry juice in the morning, include celery in your soup. Every small step you take is a victory for your body. Nocturia isn't a condition that appears out of nowhere. It's the result of a buildup of habits and imbalances. And just as the condition developed gradually, the solution will also come gradually, with consistency and patience. Besides nutrition, physical activity plays a fundamental role. I'm not talking about strenuous workouts at the gym, but rather light, mindful movement. A 30-minute walk a day, some gentle stretching, or a yoga class can make a huge difference. Exercise improves blood circulation, which helps the kidneys filter toxins more efficiently. Most importantly, light physical activity helps reduce inflammation and combat stress, both major triggers for nocturia. However, avoid intense exercise in the late afternoon or evening, as it can overwhelm your body and have the opposite effect, keeping you alert. What if I told you that you can strengthen your bladder muscles? That's right. You may have heard of the famous Kegel exercises. Most people think they're only for women after pregnancy, but they're incredibly beneficial for men and women of all ages who suffer from nocturia. The pelvic floor muscles act as a support network for the bladder. When this network is weak, the bladder moves more easily and feels more pressure, increasing the urge to urinate. To do a Kegel, simply contract the muscles you use to stop the flow of urine, hold them for 5 seconds, and then relax. Repeat this action 10 times, 3 times a day. You can do it anywhere, sitting on the bus, standing in the supermarket, or even watching TV. No one will notice, but your bladder will feel the results. The connection between the mind and the bladder is stronger than you might think. Stress and anxiety are major enemies of sleep and bladder control. When we're stressed, our body releases cortisol, a hormone that, among other things, can increase urine production. Furthermore, an anxious mind sends warning signals to the body, making it more sensitive to any sensation, including that of a less than full bladder. Therefore, part of the solution to nocturia is to calm the mind. Dedicate a few minutes before bed to relaxation practices. This could be guided meditation, deep breathing, or simply writing down your worries in a journal. Releasing the day's tensions before bed is like giving your bladder a rest. Another crucial aspect of diet that we need to address, in addition to the 3 foods I mentioned, is what foods to avoid. Just as there are foods that nourish and soothe, there are others that irritate the bladder. Spicy foods, citrus fruits like oranges and lemons, tomatoes and chili peppers can irritate the urinary tract and increase the urgency to go to the bathroom. carbonated drinks and artificial sweeteners are also known to have this effect. I'm not saying you need to eliminate them completely from your life, but try to observe how your body reacts to them, especially at night. Replacing a spicy dinner with a light, vegetable-rich meal, for example, can be the difference between a good night's sleep and a night of constant trips to the bathroom. Now that you have the tools, it's time to take action. Remember, your night's sleep is the foundation for your day. If you don't sleep, you lack energy, mental clarity, and patience, and over time, this affects your physical and emotional health. Nocturia isn't an isolated problem, but a piece of a larger puzzle, and now you know how to put it together. Start with a small step. Add a food to your diet, start Kegel exercises, swap your afternoon cup of coffee for chamomile tea. Every small change is an investment in your well-being. I want you to look at your bladder differently. It's not your enemy, but rather a messenger telling you that your body needs more attention and balance. Don't resign yourself to living with this problem. Instead, feel empowered by having the knowledge to tackle it naturally and effectively. Nature offers us solutions, and the power to use them is in your hands. We've reached the end of this video, and I hope you left with a feeling of hope, not frustration. Remember, good sleep isn't a luxury, it's a fundamental necessity. You deserve to have nights of deep, continuous sleep without interruptions. You deserve to wake up refreshed and energized to seize the day. This isn't the end of your journey, but the beginning. I invite you to take the first step today, and when you wake up tomorrow, after sleeping a little longer, feel the difference in your body and mind. Let this feeling be your motivation to keep going. You can and you will recover your sleep. And when that happens, your life will blossom.